Once upon a time, a distant memory. It's like synergy. Life the hardest teacher y'all could ever get the master. Get a test first, then y'all get that lesson after. Steve's never stressing them G's to freeze egos. Please, I just get them in threes, like the Migos.
What's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome y'all back to the Diagnosed Success Podcast. I'm your host, K Sparks. It's a blessing to be a blessing. We are blessed and highly favored. Shout out to y'all tapping in every week. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know what it is, man. And as always, gonna get into the word of the day. Something motivational, inspirational. Get you through your day, your week, your life. All right? Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know what it is, man. It's word of the day. I love it. It goes, I had to learn to separate the riders from the hitchhikers. I'll say that again. I had to learn to separate the riders from the hitchhikers. I like that word of the day because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you're going to have people in your life that are either going to be a season and they'll be there for a long time, or people just kind of transition on. And you'll find people that are truly down for you, right? Like we call it like a kindred spirit or a soul friend, a soul connection, soulmate. Those are the riders. Those are the people that are 10 toes down for you, always there for you, no matter what. You don't even got to talk to them every day, but these are the people, if you don't talk for 4, 5, 6, 7 months, but you pick up the phone, it's like you never skipped a beat, right? That's how you know the indication of a true friendship, a true rider. Hitchhikers are always needy, right? So these are the people that no matter what's going on, they always need something. They either need money, emotional support, just they always needy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I say at the end of the day, in your life, you got to do like an assessment, right? Take inventory every so often. Who are the riders? Who are the people that are there for you? Who are the people that are down for you? They pour into you, right? Tell you that you're great. Tell you that you're awesome. Keep them people close. The hitchhikers, that's always opportunists. They always need something. They always down and out. Get them up out of here. We ain't got time for that, right? Because we elevating over here. You are great. You'll continue to be great. Get them up out of here. And that is the word of the day. All right? Before today, we're going to get into a topic that I love, man. It's called conscious rap. We're going to talk about conscious hip hop. Going to talk about what happened to conscious rap, in my opinion. And talk about what can be done, where it's headed in hip hop, right? I think this is a dope topic because a lot of people requested this. And they were like, yo, Kay, what happened to conscious rap, right? So we're going to dig into it, right? We're going to get right into it. We know now the landscape is very commercialized, the hip hop. We got a lot of people that ain't talking about shit. Females talking about their private parts, talking about sex. They don't need a dude. Ratchetness, ignorance. Dudes talking about murder, killing, homicide. Nothing that is pushing the culture forward, right? We got a couple of people, which I'll get into, that are doing positive things for the culture, but a lot of it is bullshit, right? So for starters, I made a couple of notes here. Let's get into what hip hop was founded on, right? Because a lot of people might be ignorant to this. So this is like hip hop college, right? I'm gonna drop some gems for y'all. So a lot of people don't know hip hop started out with 4 principles, right? This is what this was: peace, love, unity, and having fun. Sometimes you'll hear artists talk about that: peace, love, unity, having fun. That was the essence of hip hop. And why was that? Well, this culture was cultivated and developed out of the slums, right? We had no opportunity. So when you don't have opportunity, you have to create it. So this was a form of expression. This was a form of us being able to eventually monetize our expression and be able to feed our families, but still have a good time representing our culture, talking about our struggles, but how we're able to overcome that through hip hop. So hip hop wasn't initially supposed to be something negative, right? It's like we took a negative because we're living in these messed up communities, these impoverished communities. There's not a lot of financial resources. A lot of people can't afford to go to college. A lot of substance abuse, a lot of police brutality. So once again, you don't have opportunity, you have to create it. So a lot of people became poets, right? Street poets, lyricists, and they were able to articulate these struggles. And a lot of cats started to get deals. And that was the dope thing about hip hop. Like, we saw it in real time. Like, full disclosure, I'm an 80s baby. So when I was coming up, I was able to see a lot of these artists from the inception and with the record labels and Def Jam and all of these different things. So it was dope to see. It was really dope to see. And, you know, during the 90s, let's talk about the golden era of hip hop, right? So what does that look like? A lot of people like myself were fortunate enough to be exposed to that. So we saw a lot of talented cats, right? Whether it's the Native Tongues, talking about Tribe Called Quest, Electric Relaxation, classic music with classic visuals to match that. De La Soul, another group down with the Native Tongues. Who else we had? Other cats like the Boogie Monsters, right? Honey Dips and Gotham, talking about love in the city from the perspective of being young black men and finding love within your community, right? Who else? Pharoah Monch, KRS-One, Lauryn Hill, right? Progressing to Lauryn Hill, you know, such a talent, such a force. So many talented, dope MCs that were able to not only make great music with substance, but they were able to chart too. So these weren't no slouches. Like these cats were actually pushing the bar. You know, Slum Village, just so many. Common, I could go on and on. Fonte, you know, Little Brother, right? Just so many dope acts that were able to push boundaries. And even if some of them really didn't chart like that, their music still had a cultural impact. So that means that motherfuckers could put a noun and a verb together, right? Like I was able to understand the music and I was able to feel a connection to the music. And that's not where we're at today, right? A lot of hip hop has become very corporate. So a lot of the people up at these labels, and I've been in a lot of meetings, I hear what they talk about, like they're looking for commercial big records. And they're really not trying to do artist development anymore either. So that means like we're living in the age of social media artists. So now TikTok rappers are blowing up, or TikTok songs. You know, if you get a song to get hundreds of millions of engagement, labels are rushing to sign that, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that you're a great artist. That just means that you were able to make some content that went viral, right? But that's what it's become. It's become very gimmicky to the point where substance has been put on the back burner. And the thing at the forefront now is the production. People want to hear something that can move them. And this is what the labels are pushing. And unfortunately, like a lot of artists nowadays, they ain't talking about shit, right? Like there's this whole mumble rap thing. I saw there was something, I don't know if it was the New York Times. Someone did an article and they basically had some of these new age mumble rappers, and they were saying how, you know, man, I don't write my lyrics, man. I just go in the booth. I just go in that booth, I record, and I don't write no lyrics. And they proceeded to show them go in the booth, and literally, they was like, yo, hum. All right, run that back, punch me again. And then he comes back in the booth and he's like, hum, say song. I had no idea what the fuck this motherfucker was talking about. And on top of that, he talking about that he don't write his lyrics. I'm like, well, obviously you don't, because we don't understand what you were talking about, and you're not talking about anything, right? But you put a hot beat behind it, then you put $250,000 to $300,000 from your recording budget into radio promotion, and they play it enough until you just hear this garbage over and over again, and it becomes acceptable, right? And I think that's the problem with music nowadays, is that they disregard conscious rap, right? They're like, yo, nobody would hear that shit. But you have artists like Kendrick nowadays that are changing the trajectory of what conscious rap looks like. He's able to talk about important things, and he's able to articulate that in a way over dope production. So that's the key. A lot of times, conscious rap gets a bum rap because they like, yo, man, them cats is underground. All they gonna do is rap over some boom bap with some jazz sample, with some depressing ass bass, talking about the struggle, right? Wearing fatigues and a Carhartt jacket. Like, you know what I mean? That's the stigma. That conscious rap is struggle rap, right? So someone like Kendrick gives it balance, which is dope, you know? Music is a frequency. A lot of people don't want to talk about that, but the ability of music to impact you and affect your mood, right? So that's why I'm so big on lyrics, Like, even if people listen to my music, I'm very big on lyrics because I feel that lyrics do matter. Some people say no. I heard people trying to debate saying, yo, nah, that's the parents' responsibility, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they got to look over what their kids is listening to. True. I'm not going to debate that. But there is still a certain level of responsibility that I do feel we have as artists. One cat was like, well, yo, K, if a kid goes sees a movie and Arnold Schwarzenegger shoots people up and kills people, ain't that just as bad? And I was like, hell no, you're bugging. First of all, there's a stark difference between movies and music. Yes, the two are entertainment. However, if I go see a movie, I am well aware that I'm watching an actor. I know Denzel Washington is an actor. I know that Michael B. Jordan is an actor. I know that Sylvester Stallone is an actor. They have a script. The problem with music a lot of times is that a lot of artists are full of shit. So they're not going to tell you that they grew up in a nice neighborhood with a nice family and their father has a lot of money, their mom is a nurse or a doctor and they funded their career, but yet they rapping that they grew up in the projects and they were spraying 12 AKs every day and moving like 40 keys. You know what I'm saying? Like they Pablo Escobar. This is what they portray. So a lot of times if you take a child that's in a household that's broken, father's not there, the mother's working, it's a latchkey child, and all they have is this music, they get so immersed in it because it becomes their reality. And they believe, oh, well, MC so-and-so is really about their life. You know what I'm saying? He's moving like 50 keys a day and he's killing like 80 people a day because he says it. And I know for someone who's intelligent, we know not to believe that, but some kids are impressionable like that. So I do feel that lyrics matter. And that's why I feel that conscious rap is important. Now will the labels take heed that now Kendrick is so successful? Because, it's always monkey see, monkey do. I've seen it. I've been in enough of these label meetings to know how it goes. Once an artist pops, yo, we need to sign somebody that sound like that and rap like that. Now, will they do it? I don't know, because I don't feel that that's the agenda that they want to push. I don't know if they want to have so many lyrical artists that actually have a voice and have something to say. Sometimes I feel like they just want to keep people dumb because that's just in their best interest, right? It's not in the best interest of big corporate for people to be intellectual and think. They just want us to go off emotion, Yo, go to the club, drink, dance, get high, and do it all over again, right? But there does need to be balance. I do feel that no matter what, listen, you can like a little junk food. Nobody's perfect, but you got to have balance at the end of the day. You still got to have something healthy, right? That's just the reality of life. Life is about balance. So we got to see where this goes right now. It's going to be very interesting to see how the culture shifts and if it'll elevate towards more content-driven music, right? That's dope to see. One thing I made a note of in here too that I want to talk about is artists that are dope, that are doing it right now that you might not be too familiar with. So I wanted to shout them out too. And if y'all got any dope artists that y'all listen to, man, that actually have something to say, feel free, put their name down in the comments, what y'all listening to, what y'all think about the state of hip hop. Where are we going? Are we coming? Are we going? Are we stagnant? What are we talking about? I want to hear it. But here's three that I wanted to shout out. Rapsody, shout out to Rap. Me and Rap did a single for my Diagnosis Success album I put out a couple years back. I'll chop it up about that record, how that came to be on another pod. But shout out to Rapsody, check her out. Samara, she's another dope, phenomenal talent, amazing rapper, singer. She's dope, check her out. And Doechii. Doechii's actually on the same label, TDE, as Kendrick, but she's fire too. And all of those females are fire rappers, talented in their own regard. So check them out. And I want to hear from y'all. What y'all think, man? What's up? Talk to me nice, man. Talk in the comments. What are you listening to? How do you feel about the state of hip hop? You know what I'm saying? And before I close this out, I want to say, in no way, shape, or form would I ever shit on anybody trying to do something positive. So listen, there's a lot of kids, their music may not be my cup of tea, but guess what? I'd rather them making an honest living than being out there robbing and killing, right? So I respect that. But what I am saying is that there needs to be more balance in the culture right now, right? We need more icons that are putting out great music, selling records, and actually talking about something, right? And we can't keep pointing to the same guys Well, where are the people talking, oh, there's Kendrick and there's J. Cole? That's it? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more. We need more. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let me hear what y'all got going on, man. We'll see y'all vibing. Until next time, peace.